it's time for this month's Merry Makes. I'm going to use this festive stamp from Woodware, and it's called Musical Deer. It's a fairly recent one, or it's part of the new collection, and I bought it fairly recently. I'm going to use Onyx Black VersaFine ink so I can use some clear embossing powder. And first of all, I'm going to use my anti-static bag, which is something that I normally forget to do. Okay, so next is my VersaFine Onyx Black. That looks good. Next I want to emboss it with the clear embossing powder. And as I said, I'm going to trim it down and then mount it onto some black card. I've already taken the tape off, but there is one thing that I've forgotten to do. I want to put a black border around the edge, so I'm going to do that now. And I always tilt my pen in towards the back, that way if I slip I'm not going to go over my image, which I have done in the past. I've now layered that up, and I'm just going to add some 3D Schnee to the bottom here so it will look like snow. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to heat set it to dry it because I think it might turn it a bit yellow. It doesn't say on here whether you can heat set it, and it actually says that drying time is approximately 6 hours depending on the layer of thickness, and obviously it's going to depend on the temperature of the environment that it's in. But I have got another one ready, so exactly the same, but I've just done my snow slightly different obviously, but same principle. And now I want to add some of the ice crystals. I absolutely love these, they're so sparkly. So these are from Anna Marie Designs, as is the 3D Schnee. Next I'm going to add my sentiment, so again I'm just going to anti-static bag my piece of card, and the sentiment comes from the stamp set and it says Season's Greetings. Again I'm going to use the VersaFine Onyx Black and heat emboss it. Die cut the sentiment, and I've used a black marker around the edge, and I'm going to add some of the ice crystals around the edge. Ice crystals now on my sentiment. It needs to go obviously with my card, but I do need to wait for it to dry. For my second card, I've done exactly the same image as you can see, and I've added the snow. I haven't added any ice because I might do something different down there, and I'm going to colour the sky. So I've just cut out a mask just to cover the moon there. As you can see, it's not perfectly round. I could have done it with a die cut, but just as long as it's covering what I need, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to be using Distress Oxide, so I've got Seedless Preserves, Wilted Violet, Faded Jeans, and some Black Soot. I'm going to go in with the Faded Jeans first. That's my blue done, I'm happy with that. And I'm going to add black around the edge. I'm going to go back with my Faded Jeans just to lighten this up a bit. And then I'm going to use some Seedless Preserves. Then I'm going to go in with the Wilted Violet. I don't want too much of this because it is quite dark. I think I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of the Faded Jeans. To start with, I'm not going to add any extra ink to it, but I might add some in a moment. I'm just going to add a touch more. And I am going to go back in with some more black, but just right around the edges, because if this is a tip I picked up at a craft show, if you go in with a dark colour around the edges, it lightens the middle up. So if I can get this a tad darker, it should make my centre look a little bit more bright. And I'm just going to take the kitchen towel, put that on before I put my elbow in it. I'm going to take the kitchen towel and just rub over where we've heat embossed the image, because then it will go back to being shiny, because it has picked up a little bit of the colour, but obviously that won't stay on because that surface is not porous, so I'll just wipe off. There we go. So I'm happy with that. I'm just deciding what to do with the bottom, but there is just one thing. The moon is slightly too bright there, so what I'm going to do is take my blender and just sweep across it so it looks like there's clouds, but I'm going to be very light so it won't touch it too much. There we go, just to take a little bit of that brightness away. Still deciding what to do with that bottom half, but what I am going to do is add some gesso with my fan brush just to give some flecks of white. Just a subtle hint of snow and maybe stars in the sky, because obviously I've used the gesso but I have mixed it with water, so obviously the Distress Oxide has reacted with the water as well. I'm going to add the Merry Christmas from the, I think this is the, yeah, King Penguins. And I hope this is going to fit just there. I want to add that directly onto the card. I think if I add that in a archival black ink, I'm going to use my press to impress, because then I can keep going over it so it gets quite an intense colour on it. As you can see, I went over that quite a few times, so it's quite intense, so it sticks out, because otherwise it could have got lost on that dark background, because I'm not heat embossing it. I just want the image to be heat embossed. And obviously all I need to do now is stick it onto a base card. I will do that, and I will show you stills at the end. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a thumbs up and a comment, and until next time, cheerio.